Welcome back to Below TCL, Scorpion72 for another review, and today we're going to be reviewing, let's see, get this thing off of here, Batman Classics TV Series 25-piece crime fighting accessory pack, done by FiguresToys.com, or CO, Figures Toys CO. It's kind of like the Mego type figures, 8-inch with real cloth clothing, cape, and gloves. They've been doing this series for the last, this year pretty much. They're doing a lot of characters, even obscure characters from the TV show. So they came up with this accessory pack to boost up your Cape Crusaders crime fighting arsenal. Alright, so right off the bat, you see at the top says 25-piece crime fighting accessory pack. And this thing is loaded. We have the bomb. Of course, you guys watch the Batman movie. He's running around with that. You have like 3 different sets of handcuffs. I guess one's for Batman, one's for Robin, and I think even Batgirl. You have 2 different sets of heads with gas masks. You have gas canisters. You have the bus in which they use. I believe it flips up, and you can reveal the button that gets into the Batcave. You have 2 sets of walkie-talkies. One in purple. Then you have different type of communicators in black. Then you have batarangs. They're 2 by 2 each of these colors. You have the bat phone, which I believe is supposed to be for the Batmobile. Then you have the other bat phone, which is in the case. 2 bat shields, bat bazooka, and the bat crime set suitcase. And there in the front you see official's license. You see a picture of Adam West and Burt Ward's Batman and Robin. Then it says Batman gadgets for 8-inch superheroes. So on the back of the packaging you see all the stuff that's included. I don't think it comes to that display that they're displaying all this stuff. I'm going to open it up and find out. I'll be honest, I don't have any of these figures. I basically got this set because, number one, the accessory's cool, and I always wanted that bus. And second reason is I do have the Mattel Classics Batman and Robin from the series they've been doing. So I'm going to see which accessories work well with them and which ones don't. But for sure, there's a few of them I'm sure will be quite interesting to see which ones to go with them. I'm pretty sure the bat shield, probably the bazooka, and a few others. Alright, so we're going to open this package, see what it's all about, and I'll be right back. Stay tuned. Same bat channel. Alright, so here we are with the accessories from the accessory pack from Batman 66 8-inch figures. This accessory pack, as I showed you earlier quickly, the bat shield, batarangs, bazooka, walkie-talkies, phone and stuff. So what I'm going to do is just show you how they interact and which ones work with your 6-inch Batman figures from, well, right now Mattel is the only ones that have 6-inch Batman figures from the 1966 Batman TV series, and also any DC Universe Classics or DCU figures. I wasn't sure they were going to be compatible, but a lot to my surprise, they're a lot more compatible than I thought they would be. Basically, everything you see here pretty much works with the 6-inch figures. So the really neat thing, 2 neat things is the bazooka. It's really deep and hollow. You can actually see there's the light. You can actually see the light through the other side of it, meaning that this whole cylinder here, you can put like if you have like a plastic rocket or whatever you want, you can actually put something inside of this bazooka. It won't fire out unless it has that skinny little peg thing on the back. Remember, they started doing those safety missiles where you have to flick the back of it to shoot it out. If you have one of those, they might fit. I'm not sure if I have any of those left, or any in my weapons drawer, like accessories drawer. Alright, first off we got the bat shields. As you can see, works really well balanced with the Batman 66 line from Mattel. There's 2 back shields that come with the accessory pack, so you can have one for Batman and for Robin. And yeah, I don't know how they fit those in their belts, but hey, you know, back then anything fits with anything in the comic book world, even with their belts. Like Robin has the smallest belt and he still managed to get just as much gadgets as Batman. So there you have the Batman shields. They're really well done, they're sturdy and solid plastic. Alright, so next up we're gonna have these gas mask respirators. This is one of my favorites in this accessory pack. Like I said, I don't have the actual 8-inch figures from this line from figures .co, but I find this Figures Toys CO, but this gas mask really works well with the Batman and Robin. It's also good that if you keep the sticky tack as they have on the actual figures of the heads, it actually helps to stick them onto the faces of the Batman and Robin. So if you don't have that little sticky tack thing, well, it's a clear sticky tack. It's what's being used to hold up on the figure's heads itself. So you manage to keep that on to the mask. You can pretty much stick it on anybody around or any figure that you have. So it doesn't just have to work for Batman and Robin. It could work with any of your 6-inch figures. Next we have the radio communicator and walkie-talkies. These two pretty much fit in the hand quite well. I find, I believe like the Bat phone walkie-talkie, which is the purple one, it fits a lot better, more snug in the hand. As for the other radio, radio device that Batman's holding, which for some reason looks like something that the Joker used due to the smile on the face. It looks like a smile, but it's actually the part that you either listen through or it receives. It's a little bit more bulky, so it might stretch out the figure's hand. But all in all, they do fit and they do look pretty, they don't look too oversized in their hands. So I kind of like those little devices that come with the set. Up next, we have the Batarangs, which seem to be the third kind of oversized accessories that look kind of outplaced in the hands of the 1966 Batman and Robin. As you can see, I have Robin holding the Batarang from the accessory set, as well as the Batarang he comes with, and you can tell by the size difference that the other Batarang is really like 5 times bigger than the one he originally comes with. So this Batarang that comes with this accessory set can actually be used as I don't know if you want to make it like a mega Batarang. It does have a hole each of them have a hole at the end of them, so you can actually put a string to clip onto something. So if you want to have them climbing up on the wall, that's where it could really be useful for. Seeing how the size of the Batarang could really pretty much latch on to any part of your dioramas of furniture, and you can have it simulating the Batman Robin climbing up the wall. Or you can even do it if you want, like I did a pose with the Batman from the DC Universe as battling blades. Sometimes Batman has been known to have extra oversized batarangs in his arsenal or artillery, just for battling those villains that have either katana swords or any kind of bladed weapons. He have these oversized batarangs that he uses to actually defend himself when he knows that his gauntlets may not cut it. So it works very well with, as you can see, with the DC Universe Classics Batman here as offensive weapons as well, for whoever he's battling. So it comes in handy that way. And seeing how Batman is twice the size of the Mattel's 66 Batman and Robin, it really looks better in his hands overall. Alright, so now next we have the Bat Bazooka. So this Bat Bazooka can actually be held in Batman's arms, his hands I should say. It's, as you know, quite big, but it does kind of blend in Just due to his physique, it looks a little off, as I'll show you from another side view. You can see the size of it is just like, this is like the second biggest weapon in the accessory pack that they have. It does work well. Well, not as well as I thought it would work, but it does work well. He does hold it quite well in the hands, due to like the gummy fists allowing it to stretch, so he can put it in his hands without really damaging it. But it also looks very well with the other Batman figure I showed earlier, which would be DC Universe Batman. I say this Bazooka looks really, really wicked in his hands, and it just suits him so well. So it's nice that you can have the Batman with actual like mega sonic bazooka if he has to take down like a Killer Croc who's increased in size over the years, or even Clayface. It could be like a sonic kind of bazooka, or say he just wants to use it for I can use it for like crowd control on top of a rooftop if he wants to break up like a mob or something like that. It looks really, really cool, this bazooka in Batman's hands. Alright, next we have the famous Batman Batcave Bus, Beethoven Bus. Yeah, it's the way he used to get into the Batcave from the library or his study den. As you can see, as I mentioned before, it's basically the bus, and it actually has a flip mechanism. So all you have to do is just flip it up, and there you go. There's no actual press buttons, but you can act like you're pressing the button here on the Beethoven Bus, as Alfred's doing there. And then quickly he goes down. Of course, he goes to the Batcave, and just to give you a size comparison of the bus and stuff, you know, he would get dressed up as Batman. Of course, it won't be that Batman, but there you go. So next we have the Batman office phone. This is the phone that would be in Batman's Bruce Wayne's study den. Or ring, Alfred would be the one to answer it, or even Bruce Wayne himself. Most of the time it would be Commissioner. He'll be on the other end of this phone telling Batman there's trouble in Gotham and he needs to get down there right away. The lid is removable, and as I mentioned before, the phone can actually be lifted up from its base because it's just held there with sticky tack, and can be picked up to receive the important call from the Wayne Manor. Of course, unless there's a ball jointed elbow on the figure that you're using this phone for, it won't really reach his head. But it's still nice that you can actually lift the phone off the receiver. Which brings me to our next item, the Batmobile Bat Phone. This one here, I don't actually have the, but I don't think they made a Batmobile for the 8-inch figure line just yet. I may be mistaken. I do have the Mattel one. It already has a mock-up Batmobile Bat Phone in it. We're going to be making a car that requires this phone is yet to be seen. I could be wrong, but it is neat and it's cool to have. I'm not going to be chopping up my Batmobile to try to put this phone in, but it is just nice as a nice little extra. It may be something I'll put in my Batcave that I'm working on. And as you can see, just like the other Bat phone, it can come off of its receiver due to just a little clear sticky tack that I have there. So that's another really neat nod that it's just not just a PCV type Bat phone. It's actually a phone that can be picked up and held in either one of the character's hand or anybody's hand. Which leads us to our next item, Batman's utility belt. As you can see, it fits right around the Batman figure. It does look a bit more bulkier due to him having already having a bat belt on there, but it's kind of neat to have an extra bat belt. If you want, you can have it on a makeshift table to make it look he's working on his bat belt, adding more gadgets to his workshop, or you could have the Joker take it like he normally did in a lot of the episodes when Batman got caught. So you can have him possessing the bat belt It's a little too small to fit around his waist, but I think like the Riddler and other characters can fit around their waist just fine. As I said, you can just have it in his workshop in the Batcave or something, like he's working on it or adding new gadgets. Which leads us to the next item. The bat cuffs. The bat cuffs are really well done. They're made of chain metal, and it had this unique feature that you don't just slide them on. Of course, there's some for the Joker that might slide off his hand that's pointing due to his fist not being big, but anybody has like larger fists that work pretty well. How they work is pretty simple. What it actually does here is there's a mechanism. Each of the 3 bat cuffs have this device here that it opens due to the little metal pin here, so it actually works like a real working bat cuff, which they have an indent here and groove. You just put it into when you're ready to close it over the captive's hands. Both of them open up just similar like that. They're really firm. Just close it this, and there you go, made of real chain, and you get 3 of these. This is more like the color for Batgirl. You have a light blue one, which is of course Batman's color, or whoever you want to use it for, like the one the Joker has around his wrist. Which leads us to our next item. The Mobile Crime Lab. This Batman Mobile Crime Lab is basically a briefcase with it's sculpted objects and accessories sculpted into the briefcase, non-removable, and they're painted. So they're pretty much painted and non-removable items that are here in this briefcase. As you can see, you have the bat phone and the bat phone handcuffs, some kind of machinery, and of course powders and stuff that are painted on there. This is probably one of the most biggest accessories in this pack that really I find doesn't match. The size comparison of the Batman, it looks like a very oversized briefcase, but then again it is supposed to be a portable crime lab, so it does make sense for it to be quite big. But here, seeing how this Batman 1966 Batman doesn't have like the big physique, it looks like it may be difficult for him to carry around due to this really being for the 8-inch type retro figures. But for the 6-inch DCU line, it looks like he's carrying a suitcase full of money, or even a suitcase that might have his Batsuit for a quick change in case there's trouble. Which leads us to our last 2 most famous items in this accessory pack, and that would be the Bat Bomb. Oh, it wasn't really the Bat Bomb, but it was actually the bomb. Who doesn't remember that iconic scene with Batman running all through the harbor trying to get rid of the bomb, going to throw it in a section where there's fishermen, then he goes back to the section where there's ducks, and then there's another section where there's a bunch of crowds and stuff, and like, man, some days you just can't get rid of a bomb. The thing's lit up and all. So this is one of the cool accessories there, a nice little nod to the Batman a 1966 movie. But yeah, really cool. It's very lightweight, so he can hold it on top of his head, or anybody can hold it in their hands, or it can be even placed on the ground. It's very like a really old-fashioned type bad guy type thing, the Bat Bomb. Which leads us to our last accessory in this accessory Batman 66 pack. The Batman Oceanic Repellent Bat Sprays. That's right. One of the most talked about and laughed about scenes for decades to come will be the Batman Repellent Shark Spray. Remember the Batman Shark Repellent Spray? When he was being attacked by a shark and bit onto his leg and he sprayed it off. He had a whole bunch of other ones. I can't remember. I think there was ones of squid, octopus. I told Robin from the Batcopter, hand me the shark repellent spray. It was just ridiculous back in the day, but it was fun. It was really cool. And each of these canisters are removable. They can be held in the hands. It's really, really cool. It's another nod to the Batman TV show and movie. So there you have it, the Batman 1966 accessory pack from figurestoys.co. This is up your alley, something you want to get. It really works well with your 6-inch figures. I wasn't sure about it when I paid for it. It's kind of pricey, but it's well worth the purchase for those of you who have dioramas or just want to add more accessories to your already Batman 66 line, or just to add accessories in general to Batman. So this is Scorpion 72 with another review. Until next time, keep playing. Holy ridiculous, Batman. Short return play? Trust me, old chum. One day I'll need this. You'll see. Forget that. All I need is this bazooka. Got that shark dead in the water, so to speak. I hope that wasn't one of Aquaman's friends. Loved his toy.